Assault. Assault under Nevada law is very straightforward. What does assault mean? Assault under NRS 200.471, assault can mean two different things. First of all, assault can mean the defendant was attempting to place bodily harm on the victim. For example, let's just say that Wade wanted to punch Israel across the face. Wade actually throws the punch, but Israel happens to dodge it. He did not land the actual punch on Israel's body, on his face. That is an example of an assault because Wade attempted to place that bodily harm on Israel, but did not successfully do so. That is an example of an assault under that statute. That's the first definition. The second definition under that statute, very straightforward as well. That's when the defendant wants to place reasonable apprehension of imminent bodily harm on the victim, but fails to do so. So what does that mean? That means that the defendant, let's use my prior example, that Wade, the defendant, wanted to place reasonable apprehension on Israel. Basically, reasonable apprehension means knowledge. So he wanted to place that reasonable apprehension on Israel that Wade was going to place imminent bodily harm of that punch to Israel's face at that moment. But again, Wade failed to do so because Israel dodged the punch. So a defense in this case, let's just pretend that Israel let's say his back was turned. Okay, if Israel's back was turned, but Wade tried to throw the punch, and Israel happened to move too quickly, and Wade still missed, Wade cannot be held liable for that crime. And the reason because of that is because Israel did not have reasonable apprehension. He didn't have the knowledge that the punch was going to happen because his back was turned. So the victim must have knowledge that the bodily harm by the defendant was going to happen, and the harm cannot actually happen as well. That's where the dodge comes in. But Israel had his back turned, so he didn't know that he was going to get hit by Wade, but Wade still happened to miss. So he might get arrested for that. He might go to jail. He might be charged. But a defense of that element would be that Israel did not have the knowledge of reasonable apprehension. Therefore, the prosecution will fail to meet that element. That's an example of what assault means. And those are the two definitions under NRS 200.471. And that's that.